You done goofed. Or your dad done goofed. This game does have content warnings. Welcome back to Nightbook. Last time we played, we got an introduction to the characters, including our main character, their fiancé, whose relationship didn't change. Our relationship with her father, looks like our relationship also didn't change. And then we had this choice of if we want to think with our head and translate a conversation with two businessmen, or if we want to think with our heart and translate something where it's a conversation with a kiddo that we've been teaching them this language and their mother. I want to take a second again to thank the developer for giving me a key for this game. I really think that we should go with the heart. The kids sound so cute. So let's go with that.
Oh, I'll take Max's call.
Good.
Butterfly effect.
I'll put you on. I'll be popping in and out to monitor, as usual. Remember, you don't need to be perfect.
Hey, Loralyn. They said you might not be available.
Of course, Max, I'm always available for you. How's your canard coming along?
I wato komi.
Good? Very good.
Yeah, I found a new way of practicing.
That's great, Max. Who are we calling this evening?
My mum. I should warn you, she, when I was little, we just don't talk often.
Okay. Bonjour, je m'appelle Loralyn et je suis interprète chez Glossalingua. Un de nos clients souhaiterait vous parler. Est-ce que vous acceptez l'appel?
Oui.
Bonjour, maman.
Max, comment vas-tu?
Ça va?
Ah, ta voix muet. Tu as dû avoir beaucoup grandi depuis la dernière fois qu'on s'est vu.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Your voice sounds deeper. You must have grown up a lot since the last time I saw you.
Well, it was a long time ago.
Bah, c'était il y a longtemps.
I'm 5'10" now.
Je fais 5 pieds et 10 pouces maintenant.
Ah bon?
Ah, ok.
So, what have you been up to? Anything fun? I've done
Alors,
loads since
qu'est-ce que
we
t'as fait
last
dernièrement?
spoke. I've
Des trucs sympas?
finished
Moi,
school,
j'ai fait plein de choses
obviously,
depuis la dernière fois qu'on s'est
and I've
parlé.
started
J'ai fait
working,
l'école,
which is a
évidemment.
bit boring
Et j'ai commencé
and
à
doesn't
travailler.
pay
Mon
well,
travail
but
n'est pas très
it's all
intéressant,
cool.
il paye pas très bien, mais ça va.
And I've started learning Kanar.
Et j'ai commencé à apprendre le canard.
Canard, la langue?
Canard, the language?
Mais pourquoi faire?
Why would you want to learn that?
T'habites à Londres.
You live in London.
It's our heritage. If we
C'est
don't
notre
keep up
héritage.
those
Si
traditions, they'll die.
on n'entretient pas ces traditions, elles mourront avec nous.
Peut-être que ce serait mieux
Perhaps
qu'elle
it
meure.
dying might be for the best.
Parlons d'autre chose. Tu me
But
dis que
let's
tu
speak about
travailles.
something else. You said you've been working.
Hang on. I asked you first.
Pas si vite, je t'ai demandé
Yeah?
en premier.
So, what have you
Alors,
been
qu'est-ce que
up
tu
to?
fais, toi, en ce moment?
Moi, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je passe beaucoup
What
de
I've
temps
been
dans le
doing,
jardin.
I've been sitting in my
Je
garden
prends des longues
and going for
balades
lots of walks.
et je travaille.
I've been
J'ai beaucoup
working,
travaillé
lots of
dernièrement.
working,
Ça n'est pas très intéressant.
but this is boring.
Quoi d'autre?
What else?
Oh, je lis un livre en ce moment.
I've been reading a book.
L'ombre maléfique. Tu connais?
With this, I wonder if we're deciding how much of our perfectionism we'll lean into. I don't know if we don't know the book title or how to translate it. We can ask her or translate. Ask her? I feel like I don't quite know enough context to know what I'm asking. Because let's see, translate was the word for word. Interpret was like the context. So, ask her?
Madame Dubois, Loralyn, pardon, je pense que le titre de votre livre doit être différent en anglais. Est-ce que par hasard vous connaîtriez le nom de l'auteur?
Oh, c'est George R. Martin, le livre de la série Le Trône de Fer.
Merci. Your mother is reading a book in the Game of Thrones series.
She's what? Mama?
Ah, tu l'as lu?
Have you read it?
Yeah, but you
Oui,
shouldn't.
moi j'ai lu, mais toi tu ne devrais pas.
Pourquoi pas n'importe quoi?
Nonsense. What? What do you mean I shouldn't?
It's too violent. It's not
C'est
good
trop
for you,
violent, ce n'est pas
Mama.
bon pour toi.
Tu as tort. Étrangement,
Actually,
c'est assez rassurant.
it's oddly reassuring.
Ça fait du bien de se dire qu'on n'est pas les seuls à avoir connu
I
l'enfer.
think it's nice to think you're not the only one who's been through hell.
Mama.
Oui, je sais, j'exagère.
You're right,
Mais
I'm
J'ai une bonne vie
exaggerating.
maintenant.
Life is good for me right now.
I've been reading a book. Let me get it.
Je lis un livre en ce moment. Attends, je vais le chercher.
Shit, I'm glad I asked what the book was.
Oui?
Merci de nous aider. J'imagine que notre conversation n'est pas la plus passionnante de votre journée.
Pas de problème.
Non, non. Quand même.
Look,
Voilà, regarde.
it's a book written in Kana.
J'ai trouvé un livre écrit en canard.
Well, I mean, some of it's in French.
Comment c'est un livre d'histoire?
What? How? Is it a history book? Enfin, une partie est
dunno.
écrite en français.
I thought Loralyn could read it.
Je sais pas, je me suis dit que
Max,
Loralyn...
notre langage n'est pas comme les langues occidentales. Elle
I mean,
est sacrée.
I can read the
On ne
bits in
l'utilise que pour
Kana.
les cérémonies les plus importantes.
So there's a certain reverence that is supposed to come with this language. And Max doesn't have that reverence for the language. And his mom is trying to basically say, like, maybe you should respect it a little more. You don't know as much about it as you should, kind of a thing. And our character doesn't have the heritage behind it, so she doesn't know all that stuff to teach him. So I feel like interpreting his mom.
Max, our language is not like Western languages. It's sacred. We only use it for important ceremonies.
Kaje nem apum palusi leva mova juko tolo yutidem dejrembola tivet.
Max, c'est très sérieux.
Max, non, don't mess
Arrête,
with this.
s'il te
Please,
plaît.
stop.
Stop it!
Loralyn, I don't think I've... Is that... What is... Good?
Stop it!
Good?
Stop
Good?
it! Stop it!
ITG, follow.
All right.
Don't!
ITG.
Qu'est-ce que tu as fait?
What have you done?
I'm here trying to make an effort, and you just
Je
don't want
suis
to share
seule
any
à faire un
part of your
effort
life.
ici. Toi, tu ne veux juste rien partager de ta vie avec moi.
C'est pas ça.
It's not like that.
Je veux juste te protéger. Je suis désolée que vous ayez dû assister à ça. Vous savez vraiment parler le canard? Pourquoi avez-vous décidé d'apprendre?
Why did you learn? For the challenge, fond memories. So wait, if this language has so much like cultural reverence behind it, why, like, where would this character have learned it? And I'm curious about that, and I feel like saying fond memories would give at least a little more information.
J'ai été une fois, quand j'étais petite, sur l'île de Le Pouce. Et un peu plus tard, mon père y a travaillé pendant quelque temps.
Votre père?
Alexis Wilson?
Oh.
Excusez-moi, je dois raccrocher.
Oh, ok, bien sûr, pas de problème.
You done goofed. Or your dad done goofed. I don't think that was that good. I mean... What? The key. The pregnancy plate. Oh, please, please be over. The giant tree. That was the one that the kiddo read. I can't read the third one. What the third one is? Let's read Article 2. Beliefs of the God's Hand Islanders. Chapter 2. Creation myth of the Kennar belief system. The giant tree, Pelusi, took root and grew tall, raising the islands above the flooded world. The giant tree oozed with life, but also spirits. The Kian-Nem, literally ancient others, they lived and spoke with each other in the giant tree, or the great tree. Over time, the spirits grew numerous, but also weary of their ancestral home. They wished to see more of the world, and so the spirits took form. Oh, we can read the others? Oh, okay. It's the first one. Historical day for God's Hand. TVC Building LLP has finally broken ground on the site of the long-awaited new La Pouce International Airport. Celebrations were led by primary investor Carl Vito and his wife and local lawyer Jacqueline Vito. Ne Dubois. That's who we just talked with. With La Pouce local Warren Dubois in attendance as a representative of SPPK, La Société pour la Promotion du Peuple Canard. Project manager Lexi Wilson told reporters this morning that he was excited to get cracking on the development. So wait, project manager, isn't that what our character's fiance is? Huh.
C'est pas vrai.
So we can only read 2 out of 3. I wish I could see what the butterfly effects actually were. What would have happened if we hadn't locked him in? Yeah, that's a good idea. Attachment.
Madame Dubois, je veux vous parler de mon père.
Je ne sais pas vraiment comment vous aider, vous savez. Je suis à l'autre bout du monde.
Oui, mais vous savez des choses sur ce livre. Et il me semble que vous connaissez mon père, Alexis Wilson. Je crois que vous avez travaillé ensemble sur un projet de construction en 1998.
Je ne veux pas en parler.
Il le faut. Il est malade.
I don't think a half truth is gonna help you right now. Let's go with all the truth.
Après notre appel tout à l'heure, une ombre est apparue et il s'est mis à parler canard alors qu'il ne connaît même pas la langue.
Mais si vous avez vu l'ombre, ça veut dire que vous l'avez aussi.
J'ai quoi?
Les esprits, les anciens, ils vous suivent. Et ça veut dire qu'ils suivent Max aussi.
Comment est-ce que je peux m'en débarrasser?
D'accord. Moi, j'ai dû abandonner mon fils à cause d'eux, et peut-être on peut empêcher une autre famille d'être détruite. Donc, il va falloir que vous trouviez le livre et que vous le brûlez. Cela devrait suffire à détruire les esprits qui en sont sortis.
Merci. Mais comment est-ce que je récupère le livre? Il faut que vous m'aidiez à récupérer le livre de Max.
Quoi? Hors de question. Non, notre dernier appel était un désastre.
Raison de plus pour le rappeler.
Il doit être en train de dormir.
Peut-être, mais peut-être pas. On peut toujours essayer. Je vais essayer de le rappeler.
Will Cody be listening, or whatever her name was?
Mama?
Max, je suis désolée de t'avoir
Max, I'm
réveillé.
sorry to wake you.
No, I'm sorry for hanging up.
Non, c'est moi
That
qui
wasn't
suis
okay.
désolée de t'avoir accroché au nez, c'était pas sympa.
I mean, you were being weird.
Translator, don't translate. I think this is a choice of, do we think that translating them will make her stop helping us? Right? Let's be honest and translate.
Mais bon, tu étais étrange.
Étrange?
Weird?
Mais toi, tu étais irresponsable.
You are being irresponsible.
I'm irresponsible. You abandoned your own child.
Oh, no. Max, please, just listen to what she has to say.
Okay, what is it?
Max, tu dois brûler le livre.
Max, I need you...
Ah, destroy the book or acquire the book could have cured Dad. Okay, but he's been acting this way since before he read from the book. He was fine enough to be a project manager before. So in theory, he was fine before. So if you burn the book now, wouldn't that get him back to his previous level of functioning? So let's destroy it.
To burn the book.
No, no way.
Max!
My dad would kill me.
Lie again. We didn't lie before. Translate.
Mon père va me tuer.
C'est un livre de famille qu'il
It's
nous a
my family's
volé.
book. He stole it.
What?
Quoi?
Max, prends le livre. Et s'il te cause quoi que ce
Take
soit
the book
comme
from
problème,
him,
tu
and if he
l'envoies
gives
chez-
you any trouble,
Je le
you
sais.
send him my way, I'll sort him out.
Right, okay.
Ok, d'accord.
Well, I'll burn the book first thing in the morning then.
No, Max, it has to be now.
It's the middle of the night now. He'll notice.
Bring it to mine, okay? Bring it to mine, I'll burn it here.
Okay, right, well, it's going to take me like an hour to get to you.
Thank you.
Au revoir, Mama.
Oui, on s'appelle demain?
Yes, I'll call you tomorrow.
Please remember the content warnings.
Okay. Right.
be an anxious hour.
Okay, the book is on its way.
Leave the apartment or think of something else. Well, I don't think we should leave the apartment because Max is on his way here. So if we leave, there's a chance that we'll miss Max. Something else. Was that a mistake? That was a mistake. I've made a terrible mistake.
Police, please. Allô? Allô? Oh. Okay. Dad? Protect Lucy. Stop destructing humans. Protect the great tree. Stop the human destroyers. What? Can you repeat? Perrier. Perrier Kawa.
Did you buy DoorDash?
You help us. Me? I'm not helping you.
We are two when
You hold us.
Tovis.
You are our vessel. Bulaoi Pilamenhenko.
Hake Palusi Ejali Lokon.
Protect the great trees, stop the human destroyers. Yes. You want me to stop Pierce and the development?
In Honkachi.
You help us?
So that's a lot. Do we, so ancient beings, want us to stop our fiancé from doing whatever it is he's doing? I didn't mean to call, or I am not your vessel. Didn't mean to call. I mean, I think saying I'm not your vessel makes more sense. Because I would like control over my body. That's a thing. I'm not sure what we're saying if we say I didn't mean to call. Is that like saying, sorry, Dad, that was a butt dial? Like, I'm not your vessel?
No, I am not your vessel. Jag tvit niv. Bulaui Pilamenhenko.
That'll go well.
You will help us, or we will end those loved by you. Anhenko de jour.
That's not blackmail at all.
Loralyn? What's happening?
Don't worry, I've sorted it. Get some rest. Everything is going to be okay.
Oh. So if it's her dad, he won't call. Why is Cody calling? Did she listen in on that call before? Accept or ignore? Very curious. But I'm afraid if I accept it, we can't take the call from Pierce. We can take more than one call. That's a thing, right? Let's accept the call. I'm curious what she has to say.
Hi, Loralyn. Sorry, I know I promised we were doing another practice session this evening. I'm having a bit of a weird one. Probably these night shifts. I swear I can hear someone speaking Kana.
Got it.
Is this like Blair Witch? Where she's staring in the... Having it cut off right there was really good. Yeah, answer that, answer it.
Loralyn? What is it? What's going on?
Oh. Be director guilt trip. I am not a fan of him. Oh, I haven't checked our relationships. That's a thing. We can check our documents, but I think most of the documents that... Oh, we didn't get this one. I think this one is probably one of the spirity type things where we can only read 2 out of 3, and the third one we didn't check. Article 1, 2... Oh, there's another document we didn't get. Okay. Tracker. This hasn't changed. Our relationship with our father hasn't changed. Is that because it's not really our father? Oh, our relationship with Max went... I didn't check it before to see if it went down. Oh, our relationship with Jacqueline is 100%. Pierce, I don't think this one moved. I don't know if we have enough interactions with Pierce to see a ton of movement with that. I don't think I've seen a relationship with Cody either. I'm gonna guilt trip you because I don't like you. I wouldn't do this in real life, but like, I want to make sure this hits home. You do this thing.
I need you to keep our family safe.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a guilt trip.
Of course. But what's wrong? Everything okay?
He doesn't believe that. Here's the problem with being direct with this. He doesn't believe that any of this is happening. He's made it perfectly clear that he will go to the ends of the earth or whatever for the baby, but not for her dad. And we don't know how long her dad has been talking about the spirits, but he talked about it in the beginning. So I can imagine he was talking about it for a while. And he like doesn't buy it. So if we're direct, is he gonna brush us off the same way that he brushed off her dad? I don't know. But if like we feel like our life's on the line, I would not take that risk. Guilt trip.
I tell you, but I need you to believe me.
Okay. I'll believe you. What's up?
Le pouce curse is real.
I did choose guilt trip, right?
You said you'd believe me.
Oh, come on. It's one thing, all this with the Islanders, but you two? I really don't need this.
Maybe they have a point. They've attacked Dad. They've attacked me. You need to give in on this, Pierce. Just stop the project. You're the only one who can.
You know, I knew working these night shifts was a bad idea while you were pregnant.
What?
You need to get some rest.
No.
You're being hysterical. I'll square it with Cody.
No!
I have to get back to a meeting. I'll have my sister come over and spend a couple nights with you. Love you, babe. Get some rest.
Saying a woman is hysterical is incredibly insulting, considering the historical context of that. Did you throw your phone? Like it was on fire? She seems resigned now. Why, well done.
Loralyn, I'm here. What are you going to do with it?
What an interesting place to put a mirror.
Max, put the books through the door.
You haven't answered my question.
Just give it to me.
Can't I come in?
Max, we're friends. I thought you trusted me. I can sort all of this out. I just need you to give me the book. Max?
Why? Why would you read it? After all of that, why would you sit there and go, let me flip through the pages and read the book? No, no, destroy it, destroy it, destroy it, destroy it, destroy it. horror movies have also trained me to think that maybe this isn't the end. To still feel a bit on edge. How is your dad?
Dad, we did it. It's gone.
Well done, Loralyn. Well done.
Can you unlock it? Alright. Well, that was a playthrough of Nightbook. Overall, I really liked the game. I feel like it was really well done, especially when you think about the fact that these actors recorded themselves. They set up the game in such a way where that felt believable. Like, you could have left that part out and you wouldn't have known. So, I really love that. I also feel like there were so many parts where they did the tension in such a way that it really drew it out. It wasn't a ton of jump scares. It really made me lean into the game more. And so, tension-wise, I don't know whether that's directing or editing, but I really like how they put it all together. The game does have multiple endings too, so I feel like that's an appeal of it as well. The game strikes me as rather short, but I'm also looking at it from this lens that it's short, but you can just replay it again. So I love all of that. I love how I can play this and instantly go, oh my gosh, this person is like having a hard time with perfectionism. And they did that in a way that feels realistic and relatable. I think the hard part about horror games that deal with supernatural elements is the fact that we don't deal with that in our real life. So how do we show mental health in a realistic way? And I look at that as there's a shit ton of trauma that we'd probably be dealing with afterwards, right? For example, when her dad just like threw everything across the kitchen, would you look at your kitchen the same way? Would you look at phones the same way? Or Zoom calls the same way? Probably not. There's a good chance that like there could be some trauma associated with all of those things. But they showed mental health more in the way where it's like, oh man, holding yourself up to a high standard when you do work. And this relationship that our character had with her husband that was just kind of like, not so great. I like how it was subtle and the game didn't depend on it. And the estranged relationship between the kid and the mom, like it was the subtle things that the characters were built upon instead of something that was the crux of the story. I loved all of that. So, one of 15 endings. Huh. So you know how I said that the game, seems kind of short, but like there's a huge amount of replayability. There is a lot of replayability. Holy cow, 15 endings. 42 decisions, so we only saw 42 of 223 scenes. Holy shit. Okay, so Status of the family guardian. Found 2 of 5. Is that the papers? So the dad survived. Found 3 of 3. Is that like scenes? Found status. Mama said. Found 2 of 4. Status hopeful. Found 1 of 4. Status burnt. Found 5. Oh, okay. So we have to have found so many of these scenes to get like this part of like the ending. So we found enough to get this status. Didn't get enough to get this or this. We found enough to get the fact that our dad survived. Interesting. I really like that replayability with this. I mean, you have games like Until Dawn and like the Man of Medan series, Anthology, and they have a certain amount of replayability, but the replayability is kind of like who survives, who doesn't survive. This has 15 endings. I don't know how different the endings are, but when I initially see that, that seems like it is more replayability than those other games. This is also full FMV, which is different from those other games as well. Don't get me wrong. Until Dawn, Man of Medan, huge. The graphics on those are amazing, and their mocap is phenomenal. Still not FMV though. This feels like you are watching a movie. A horror movie. It feels like you're watching those paranormal activity movies, and I really do like that. So I'm gonna end this video here, but I would absolutely love to hear what you guys thought of the game overall, and I will see you guys in the next video.